So one person did come forward, I guess it was today. So let's go over this. So Josh Peck breaks silence about Drake Bell revelations in Quiet on Set. Children should be protected. Agreed. I finished the Quiet on Set documentary and took a few days to process it. Peck's Instagram post began, I reached out to Drake privately, but wanted to give my support for the survivors who were brave enough to share their stories of emotional and physical abuse on the Nickelodeon sets with the world. Thank you. Appreciate that. He continued, children should be protected. Reliving this publicly is incredibly difficult, but I hope it can bring healing for the victims and their families, as well as necessary change to our industry. Absolutely agree with you there. Peck's statement comes the day after Bell asked his fans, who were slamming the Oppenheimer actor for not speaking up on behalf of his co-star, take it a little easy on him. Anyone notice the little? At least I did. He added that Peck had already reached out to him personally to express his support. So it's been very sensitive, but he has reached out to talk with me and help me work through this and has been really, really great, Bell shared. So I just wanted to let you guys know and to take it a little easy on him. And, you know, there's been a lot of public things with Drake and Josh over the years. And what I really want to see is just that the Nickelodeon stars actually just all support each other, you know, and don't talk about them. Like I heard a Josh quote, you know, a while back of him basically comparing his friendship or his, you know, his relationship with Drake Bell as just another, like as if it was somebody you worked with at like Coffee Bean, basically, at a coffee shop. I just thought that was so sad. And I keep seeing Nick stars and just people, this is about people in general, treating each other like this when there's really honestly no reason to, unless someone is like, you have something to actually talk about. But to say publicly that Drake was just somebody that you had a summer job with you. You worked for years and years and years with Drake Bell. The Amanda Bynes show, and then Drake and Josh. And I saw clips of you talking about wanting to do like a reboot-ish kind of thing and saying you love him. And what is love to everybody these days? Everyone's throwing around this term and, you know, I'm not really seeing it show up in action. And I just want to see everyone, you know, let's start, we're better together. Let's start supporting each other. Let's start being kind to one another. Let's take accountability when it's needed and grow together. It's actually pretty simple. And I want to see more of that happening because it was really, truly a bummer to see that, you know, a co-star, they had a show together. And him just saying that he was somebody that he did a summer job with was just very sad to see. So I hope he also apologizes about that too, to add it to the, I'm sorry, Josh's like, yeah. But to add that too, right? Because that wasn't the nicest thing to say about somebody who you said you love and you wanted to work with that person again. So I think Drake deserves some better friends and, you know, some better allies there. But I'm glad that Josh Peck did say what he said, and I do appreciate that. So thank you, Josh Peck, though, for saying what you said, and I hope we see a lot more of this Josh Peck in the near future. Now that you have taken the time to address this publicly, and we've heard from Drake Bell that you have addressed this privately, now that you are talking about this publicly and saying that children should be protected, I think that Jennette McCurdy deserves an apology for how you spoke about her in your Good Guys podcast and how you said that she owed you something when this is her trauma, this is her story. You know, survivors don't owe anyone anything, by the way. And not only did you say that Jennette McCurdy owed you guys something, you also, not you, sorry, the other good guy, your friend, I don't even know his name, to be quite honest with you, your co-host said and made a joke that you could put that episode that Jennette McCurdy did not want ever released behind a paywall, like OnlyFans. And, you know, that was pretty horrible, to be quite honest with you. And I really, as a survivor, didn't like that. And since we're now all coming together and having a conversation about all of this, that wasn't okay. I didn't like to see that. I didn't. I think that it was horrible, honestly. And that I would like to see you publicly apologize. If you can speak about Jeanette McCurdy like that publicly, then you can publicly also, and I would say privately, I hope to God, like I hope you privately apologize to her about that and then publicly say that that was wrong. Because to put trauma in the same category as OnlyFans when it comes to a past female guest who also wrote a heart-wrenching autobiography about her like trauma, that's just not the way. And she deserves an apology. And I know I've been seeing and hearing about you getting a lot of public pressure during this time to say something. And I know that probably was very triggering. And I'm not here to say anything about that, honestly, right now. But since this is something that has happened in the past, I think it is important to address it now that you are addressing that children should be protected. Just because Jeanette McCurdy is a adult now, she was coming to you to talk about her trauma as a child, and your co-host wanted to put it behind an OnlyFans paywall. So, yeah. I think you can be better, and I want you to be better. That's why I'm saying it.